trailer, please? I need help with this. It's probably the stress of show business. I would absolutely win in a medieval sword fight. Draw! You can do a lot of damage with this. Welcome to episode 3 of the 60-second gourmet. We're gonna make some pumpkin bread because white bitches love their pumpkin. It's like Uggs, black spandex, North Face coat, pumpkin spice latte. I actually haven't worn jeans in about 10, 12 years. The word pumpkin, whoa, actually goes back to the 15th century when some French guy in a fancy hat came along and named it a gross melon. It was probably like, gross melon. It wasn't until the 17th century that it actually became the word pumpkin, derived from Latin. Take that, Alex Trebek. Whole wheat flour, because we're healthy bitches. Libby's pumpkin. Ooh, Libby. It's kind of a slutty name. 100% pure, all natural, no preservatives, grown in the US of A. We need eggs, salt, baking soda, oat flour. I'm going to show you how to sub some of that in so you get that good oat shit up in your blood. Pumpkin pie spice bowl, common theme in this show. Why are we doubling the recipe? Because this is so good. You're going to eat the whole thing when it comes out of the oven. You're going to slather that butter on. You're going to ride that loaf. Ooh, it's going to be hot. Butter's going to melt. You're going to slice a piece off. You're going to say, okay, I'm going to put that away. I'm going to control myself. Nah. You're going to slice another piece. The piece is going to get bigger. Before you know it, you're lying on the ground in a pumpkin bread coma with dog licking crumbs up off your chicken. And it's gone. Before you know it, long story short, it's gone. Totally divine pure maple syrup from my, pretty much my neighbor. Props to Aunt Jemima. She is my childhood, but this is where it's at. Aunt Jemima, I'd hang out with her. Remember, we're doubling this. You need something to hold on to, right? Guys. Anyone have a bib? We're gonna use coconut oil. I already f***ed up. Look at that liquid sex. Right now, we're making bread like the peasants, like the Amish. Let me make some candles next, maybe herd some cattle. You know, I feel like a old lady on Nantucket, and my husband went out whaling for 6 months and he's coming home soon. The scents are gonna float out to the ocean. It helps if you clap your ass cheeks together. He's gonna know that his bae is making bread for him because he's coming home from being down the whale's esophagus. And done. So we've gyrated, we've clapped our ass, we've got this all stirred together. Learn where your is coming from. Like when I moved here and I learned that horseradish came from the ground, my mind was blown. I literally thought it just grew on my bubby's Passover table. We're using these fresh out of the chicken's ass eggs. Now you're gonna add the rest of the boop. Adding now our freshly uttered New York's cow milk. Dump it in. I used to drink like skim milk. I switched over to whole fat everything and it was like a giant dairy orgasm. I love when it fits in the hole. 3 dash of splendor in the form of ground cinnamon. Vanilla! I like to live on the edge and pour right over my bowl. Now, salt is a tricky subject because I tend to not use it at all in my recipes. So I am going to do half of what this says. Now, some people will probably be like, you're a dumb bitch. Salt is a chemical reaction. The enzymes go and the peptides. And I don't know any of that. I have a whole boatload of shit happening in here. The Quaker oatmeal man, I have a mild attraction to. I think it's his hair. I'm kind of into older guys, so Bob's or the Quaker oatmeal man. Trader Joe. You know, I always imagine Trader Joe as kind of like a dash of blonde hair, maybe a little salt and pepper, maybe like a Hawaiian shirt. Just got sand on his toes, like he was just surfing with the Beach Boys. I wonder if Trader Joe has a brother. Maybe it's like Trader Shlomo. Are they Jewish? I don't know. Ask him about horseradish. Don't even get me started on gefilte fish. I still don't know where that comes from. Like, is gefilte fish an ocean fish? Like a Jewish hot dog, I think. Da 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 da. Missy misdemeanor. Time to make a mess. Just get your wooden spanking spoon and mix. We are ready to grease our pans because this is going in the oven any minute. I like to use the oil spray because it's easy, it's not messy, it's super slippery. I don't know where it is. Oh, yeah. It's in the nightstand. I'll be right back. Be gentle and ginger. Who doesn't love a good almond? It takes a gallon of water to make one almond. I feel like a horrible human being. Ow! The Nantucket whaling boats coming ashore because the scent of the whale intestine and blood is looming through the air. Did you know that women in Nantucket, like the whaling period, like back in the 18th century, they had wooden dildos and they used to hide them in their chimneys so their husbands wouldn't find them? Can you imagine having a dildo hidden in your chimney? No, this is just a sweet potato. I have no clue what it's doing on the counter, but it's not a wooden dildo. I wish I had a wooden dildo collection, like a vintage wooden dildo collection. I wonder how much that would go for on Antiques Roadshow. No, I'm not just gonna bite off of this. I would never do that while people were watching. What else are you supposed to do while the bread is baking? Perfect muffin, straight out of the oven, still hot. It looks like, actually, it could be on the cover of a magazine, if I'm being honest and modest and snobblist. Pass the butter. I like to taste a raw, nude bite, virginized bite, moist, eccentric flavors, tickles your taste buds a little. Just a regular Friday night for me. It does lend a very specific flavor profile. We're gonna go ahead and let this cool, like my loins. I have to try both. Don't judge me. Now, the trick is to flip this. I'm gonna do a little handy job. This could also be on the cover of a magazine. Probably like Bread Weekly. Might need a few more minutes, actually. What did I want to be when I grew up? I'm still waiting, but I always wanted to be Yolanda Vega. She gets to go to work for 45 seconds tops. She walks out on stage in this like hot outfit, makeup done, outfit on point. She gets to tumble some balls around and make someone extremely happy at the end of the night. She's actually kind of like a high-class hooker. Fingers crossed, one day. I don't think I can eat anymore. Who am I kidding? Is she still active? Maybe we can get her on the show. Learned that in college. Among other things.